Tom Latham, skipper of the Durham Jets, new batsman, 98 not out last time these two teams met. Slightly different surface, one would imagine, down there at Trent Bridge, but a man in form.
Down with a lot of time. Must feel he might have had too much time, Ben Stokes. Just see that change in the grip at the point when you just see that ball disappear out of your screen, comes back, just drops really, completely does him, 71 miles per hour.
Jake Libby there, he's done ever so well. That's the definition of styling it out. Just watch his footwork here. Oopsie! Well, Notts needed it. They needed a wicket. Might need 2 or 3 more in quick succession. Start has been steady from the Jets without being explosive. Collingwood, Davies, Pringle, Pointer, Wheel to come. They'll be very glad to see the back of Ben Stokes.
It's a strange field at times when you see deep cover. A few times now you just see in the power play cover going back. Used to always be just deep square leg, fine leg would be up as well, not often, because you're saying to your bowler you can air wide of that off stump, not to the left hander. I feel it's a slow pitch, whereas slow balls, which Gurney predominantly bowled in that over, is the order of the day. 5 done, 26 for 1. He looked quite happy there, Ben Stokes, and he sat in the dugout. Just leave him be. Well, both power plays have not really been the most exhilarating viewing.
They have not lived up to the name, have they? Combination of a pitch that's offered a little bit. Perhaps a little bit of indifferent pace off the surface. Not been lavish movement by any means, but the ball doesn't seem to be coming on as the batsman would like.
No, I saw a lot of batsmen playing early in the Notts innings. Notts 28 for 3 at the exact same stage, 27 for 1. Actually, Durham have slightly more of a licence, you think, with more wickets in the shed. No, they see it differently. They think they're just play a bit of old-fashioned T20. Don't have to be too reckless, just keep wickets in hand. I reckon something that Wood does it the best. Wood from Hampshire. When he sees the batsman move, he does the opposite. There was a ball there. I seen Latham just move towards the leg side, so he followed him. Latham probably didn't go as far as he thought, whereas Wood does it brilliant. He goes completely the other way. So once you go to the leg side as a batsman, he throws it wide of the off stump. You can't reach the ball.
Sweetly timed. Can't bowl there at Latham. He will not miss.
Latham's the type of play you just want to try and hit that off stump as often as you can when he's first in, because you're saying to him, you've got to make something out of a good ball, but he'll just pick you off all day long. You're a fraction too straight, a fraction wide. It's a very good timer if the ball has a lot of time himself.
Best ever Durham 11 this morning.
Shows you how good that Durham team was. There weren't many English batsmen in there. Who do you have? John Lewis, Colley, and then he had Benkenstein, Divanito, here we go, Chander, Paul Boone, Stokes will get up that order for me. He's the best.
Successful team. There's 3 championships in a short space of time. Very fine effort from the boys from the north. 35 for 1 at the end of the power play.
Not much of a power play really. The pitch has just dulled that down, or dumbed it down. It's not been easy for batsman. Stokes showed a couple of signs of his brilliance, but it was Bjorn who did him with a slow ball Yorker that you don't often see. It was just a little tug. That was an uneventful power play for Durham. What they needed to do, just kept wickets in hand. Phase 2, or the last phase. Question is, you look at that Durham 11 that Stephen Harmison picked, the 2 best, Stokes, Harmison himself. Probably the best bowler I've faced. On his day, there were none better than Steve Harmison in world cricket over the last few years.
Get it, come on.
Steve Harmison almost destroyed my musical career, such as it is. Perforated my eardrum, batting at this end here on a freezing cold day. Hit me straight in the earpiece. I didn't realise any damage had been done. I could hear this ringing in my ears. I had a shower. Later on that day, I fell to the floor in absolute agony as the water started going in through the hole that he'd left in my eardrum. It was never any fun facing Steve.
No, I reckon there was a period of a couple of years where there was no one better in the world.
Well, so the 7 for 12 he took with Jamaica, which was astonishing in itself. I mean, 2.5 day test match, who doesn't like those? He bowled a spell at Trinidad the very next test.
Catch it! Oh!
That's hit extremely hard by Clark, burst through the hands of Mullaney. Bowled a spell at Trinidad, dismissed Brian Lara for naught. The ball bounced, I think took Lara's gloves straight off the badge on his helmet, landed in my hands at Gully, managed to cling on to 1 for 1. But he bowled 90-mile-an-hour outswingers that just kept flying through to the keeper on the slowest pitch that you'd have ever seen. It was astonishing. You're right, there was a 12-month period there where there was no one to touch him.
Yeah, not nice at all.
Gone, bowled all over the place. The knuckler. He was practicing it before the game, and he's got it absolutely right. Practice makes perfect, and Latham's on his way.
Just see the change there in the ball. Just grips it with his knuckles, and there we go. He signals to the keeper and everyone. Yeah, that was a knuckleball. Something I've been working on. Yeah, we could see that, Stephen, when you just changed your grip at the last minute. Latham, another man in form, goes for 9, 40 for 2.
Well, wicket's the name of the game for Nottinghamshire. They're going to win this one. Send themselves to 10 points in the North Group, congested as always. That's the end of Latham. Just completely deceived by the change of pace. The top hand coming off the handle. Excellent work. Paul Collingwood once again into the fray. Many times as he wandered to the crease at number 4 in a Durham shirt with a rescue mission on his hands. Things aren't that desperate just yet. Another knuckleball finishes the 7th, and it's a good one for Nottinghamshire and Mullaney. 40 for 2.
All the fun you need. You're all in Sky Cinema Animation.
Super 6 are giving away more of my money, Tomo, but I'm flat broke.
Predict 6 correct scores with Super 6 to win Jeff's Million. 18 plus entries by 3 o'clock on the 4th of August. T's and C's apply.
Yes, boys, hey, get behind it, get behind it. Here we go, Ish, here we go.
Well, could yet be a good game this. They look light with the bat. The Outlaws, 132 for 7, but there's enough in the surface, and Stephen Mullaney has started well with the ball, and Ish Sodhi should enjoy conditions.
Hold it, Ish. Hold on, Ish.
Yeah, Stephen Mullaney's fielding just in front of the pod here, just giving the thumbs up. What a ball that is. Completely deceived Tom Latham. You see the fingers just, hey, that's it, right, just off the back of the seam. Fantastic bowling by a very wily cricketer, experienced cricketer.
One. The angle, Ish.
You can see that again. I think it's really admirable as a batsman when you look at the skills. Have a look at how he there. So it's a normal grip, and then right at the last moment, he gets the 2 fingers behind the ball. So you don't see any of that as a batsman. If you're looking for it, you'll see nothing because it happens so late. So you don't get any clues as a batsman. Yeah, no clues whatsoever. But from Stephen's point of view, yeah, it shows you how much he's practiced it, because when you are rolling your fingers off that, so you see here, the fingers just come, that ball could easily just pop out in front of his hand, and now it could go anywhere.
Yes, Ish.
Had you gone with the knuckleball, Stevie? I bowled one good slow ball in my whole career. Yes, it was a very good one, but the rest of them normally went out of the park. Flintoff and Scothick get first and second slip for England said when I started bowling it, they just went, oh no, here we go. Beautifully played. That really is a good shot. Element of control to it. Hitting against the spin it looked like. And he's playing good hand here. Graham Clark. Paul Collingwood as well. Yeah, good shot by Clark. You know, it wasn't a fully blown sweep. He's good shot off the front foot through the leg side. He stuck with it, head down, and very, very good. Good shot by somebody who's in a little bit of touch. He's playing well, Clark, and he did well to beat the fielder down in the deep. Ricky Vessel is one of the better fielders in T20 cricket. And director Will, he's in the again. Michael Clark, slow ball, Michael. Yeah, Michael Clark, that was the one. Yeah, we talked about the greatest test matches, and that was certainly up there with one of them. But when you look back at it, talked about Flintoff and Triscothick standing there at slip, saying every time I got it, they could see it from slip. The slower ball's coming, and they used to go, oh no. There's a few times I thought I can just bowl it again in one-day cricket. Remember a game at against Hendra Singh Dhoni. He hit it out of the park, and then I thought, I'll bowl him another one. He hasn't. Did he not pick that one? He hit that one even further. Thought he can't pick 3 in a row. He did, and it went even further again. So it wasn't my best ball, but it worked on one occasion.
Was it the end of the day, wasn't it? Was it one of the last overs?
Last over the day. I think it was the third last ball, fourth last ball. Yeah, fourth throw there. Fourth throw in the deep. Bounced just in front of the wicketkeeper from Moores. Not happy. Steve Mullaney, rightly so, not happy. Clock back onto strike. A really poor bit of fielding there by Will Friend. Yeah, it was the third last ball, second last ball of the day in 2005 on day 3, I think it was, day 2 I think it was. Desperate to get Shane Warne on strike, couldn't bowl a lot at Michael Clark, and it was just a brainwave. It's one of these things that just came off.
That'll cost an extra run. Not what they can afford. They're in a good patch at the moment. They might have felt overly happy, I don't suspect, at half time with the runs on the board, but they're just back in the game now.
90, I don't know about you, I always feel we're not, very, very good batting side, experienced, good bowling side, but they always struggle in the field. Seem to be a poor fielding side. Such a good 2020 side, for a good all-round side, you think they just lack a little bit in the field, whether it's a bit of movement or concentration. I'm not sure what it is, but when you've got a low total, that could be the difference. 3, there's a run there, that's 2 runs that's gone by. Could be the difference between winning and losing a low-scoring game.
Decent over though. 8 runs have come from it, 56 for 2. I always felt when I fielded particularly badly or dropped catches, it was a bit tense. And perhaps when the game situation itself was a little tense, and you realise that every moment counted, you couldn't drop one. That's a little bit where we are here. Not 132, just perhaps even 10 or 15. It'll be interesting to see what the captains say, but it looks like it's 10, 15, maybe 20 runs light on the surface. That has done a little bit. It's a good phase of play here for Notts.
Yeah, when I fielded badly, it was just because I wasn't very good fielder. Well, not many fast bowlers are. Yeah, I wasn't concentrating enough.
Drifting down at fine leg.
Nasser used to shout and scream at me, "Will you make a mark? Will you put a mark in the ground?" Used to go wandering a hell of a lot.
Punished, and so it should be. He'll have known as he let it go, Ish Sodhi, that it was going to the boundary.
Yeah, got what it deserves. Wrangling up. Sometimes in one-day cricket or T20 cricket, bad balls do get you wickets. That got punished. It got what it deserves, and 2 men out in the deep pierced them beautifully there by Collingwood.
He wants to. That's brilliant. That really is so clever. Intentionally played deep square, and the man just behind on the sweep, very, very deep. So it's cleverly played. Knew as soon as he hit it, it was 2.
Yeah, even Paul in his 43rd year, that's a massive gap there. Huge gap on the leg side for him to exploit. There were 2.
Just not quite got it right here in this over at the moment. What about that delivery Butch was talking about here? A bit extra venom, wasn't it, when you hit him in the ear? Tell us what happened.
Well, that one, yeah, that was an interesting, I think. And Butch can maybe correct me. I think Butch had mentioned, I did an article for a newspaper that I wasn't bowling very well at the time, I must admit, and there was question marks over my place. I think there was a few people had a pop saying whether I should be playing or not. And then when Butch had mentioned that I probably shouldn't have been playing, and I was quietly thinking to myself, got to come to Durham in 3 or 4 weeks' time and potentially face me if I do get dropped. And that's what happened, unfortunately for Butch.
Fast bowlers don't forget the...
No, you don't forget. You tend to keep them in the memory bank. Yeah, you keep them in the memory bank, and I do remember it was cold that day. I think the majority of the southern softies from Surrey had their woolly beanie hats on, but probably had a right thing because it was free.
Oi, yes, boy.
Bit of bounce, but a good over for Durham, 66 for 2.
Blend and pour to make your foods do more. The new Benecol Greek-style yogurt contains plant stannules to lower your cholesterol. Plant stannules in Benecol, a smart way to lower your cholesterol. Prefer to drink your Benecol? All you need is 1 little bottle a day.
Well, 67 required now. Run rate's just not an issue in terms of the modern game. But on this pitch, I think it's going to be quite straightforward.
90, I'm looking at that jacket there, I'm talking about southern softies, I'm only joking, I must admit, but that's my jacket.
Beautifully played. And we'll go for a boundary. No chance really for Harry Gurney who's coming round. He's Sodhi. So the balance of power in the last, 5-10 minutes has just changed back. Paul Collingwood, with all his experience, and Graham Clark, just very much on top of the situation.
I think Paul's using an experience, you see there. You've got Gurney and Sodhi at short fine leg, short third man. I think he's targeting them fielders.
More of a worry for me with your jacket is it actually kind of fits me.
I was going to say that, to be fair, Stitch. It's one of them ones where I've lost a little bit lately, but I'm still a bit bigger than what I was when I played. But it is a big jacket on you, to be fair. But it's keeping you warm, which is good.
Thought it'd be more like a tent, but it's not. Excellent running.
It's fantastic cricket by Durham, Clark and Collingwood. Young man Clark having 25-year-old Paul Collingwood, having him at the other non-strikers in, talking him through the innings, keeping them in control. And me and Butch were talking in the first half here. Winfrey and Moores were together. Root came in. It was a little bit of muddled thinking. Young players on a wicket which is you've got to work hard on. It's a bit different to your normal 2020 wicket. And I think Collingwood coming in has done Durham wonders.
Still goes all the way, but Ricky Vessels does just about everything he possibly could have done.
Well, we talked about hitting down the ground at the Lumley end, hitting it with the wind, and that neared every little bit of gust of wind that it had. Another knuckleball, picked well by Clark, didn't get it all, clothed it a little bit. But Ricky Vessels, one of the best fielders in domestic T20 cricket in this country, and now he nearly pulled off another absolute beauty.
Come on, Viola. Come on, Viola.
Excellent over. 15 runs have come from it. They're in complete control now, the home side. 81 for 2. We were talking earlier about the clues you're looking for as a batsman with the knuckleball, and that Mullaney gives you very little, certainly as he's going into delivery stride. Might be able to see there, that's right at the top of his mark, and then he goes quickly back to that. So as a batsman you're going to see that, and then at the last moment he puts the fingers back in and behind the ball. So that was the knuckleball, but you're just not going to pick that. I wouldn't think you'll pick that out at the end of his mark. but he just gets a feel of it before he runs in.
Just trying to sort of give himself a little bit of practice in it. This is how the feel it goes as you go in, because you don't want to lose that feel and just pop out the hand and goes where you want it to go. But Clark seemed to pick it early enough and stay with a shot.
Well, it was a good battle. Collingwood bowling to Patel. Now we've got the other way round.
Down! Hey! All right. I still believe that's the difference in innings. You've got Latham, Collingwood splitting up two younger players in. Catch it! In Clark and Davis, Davis to come in next in at number 5. I think that's invaluable for the team, for Durham. I think that was the difference between their innings and Knott's innings. When it comes to the way Knott's played, they got a little bit stuck in the middle there. But having two senior players in Latham and in Collingwood, that probably does help keep the young player in the moment and understand where the score's going, and as well, when you know what you're going to chase, it's a little bit easier. Catch him.
Much feedback on your 11 that you picked?
Not really. I've just gone to see Neil Colleen. He wasn't happy. He wasn't in it. Yeah, I think we were playing in May, then fair enough. He was in every time, but no, it's as good as I could get. Down. Come on, lads, hey, come on.
Good work from Jake Ball. 7 from the over, 88 for 2.
Come on, lads, hey, what's right here?
Well, Michael Goff, the third umpire today, he's not happy with you. He thought he should be at the top of the order there.
Theo Goffey, fantastic player. Now, when he came into the academy with Goffey, went and played on England here tour, and he turned his hand into umpiring. Arguably one of the best umpires England's got now. So
you're just trying to claw it back.
I'm trying to claw it back.
I know he's listening.
I couldn't. It was heads or tails with Lewis or Stoneman. I've gone for Lewis because he got the tough runs at Durham. Sorry, Rocky. Down. Yes. I think it's just great to see them names again. Shows you what this place has done. 1992, first ever first-class match. To see them names on display 20 odd years later, to give young kids like that on the screen a chance to see cricket in the North East is fantastic. Down one,
not the middle of the bat. Complete control now.
Come on, lads. Stokes, he looks a little bit happier than what he did 20 minutes ago. One.